Kurtz?
Did you want to put the motion in?
Yeah, I have a
on the-
motion from Hannah and a second by Sharp to go back into regular session.
Okay.
Kurtz?
Yes.
Hayward?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Sharp?
Yes.
O'Loughlin?
Yes.
Hannah?
Yes.
Vaughn?
Yes.
Motion is carried. We are in regular session. Go for it.
I will make a motion to give the city attorney permission to do the alteration to the contract that we've been discussing and return it to us next meeting.
Does that work?
I'd second
Return it to the city manager upon completion.
Is that okay?
As stated, yes.
Okay. Motion by Kurtz, seconded by
Second.
Hill. A roll call.
Hill?
Yes.
Sharp?
Yes.
O'Loughlin?
Yes.
Hannah?
Yes.
Vaughn?
Abstain.
Kurtz?
Yes.
Hayward?
Yes.
Yes. Did you doze off? Motion carried. Okay, we are down to reports. Anybody just really anxious to want to start this off? As council members or committees? Otherwise, I'm going to ask Dustin to come up since he's the only department head. Oh, did he leave?
Dick's here.
Oh, Dick's here, okay. Dick, would you like to come up and make any reports for the or fire department? Fire department, sorry about that.
He's got no.
I'm stuck.
Well, I had to write stuff down, so I try to somewhat remember, but just wanted to remind the public to check their smoke alarms and CO detectors, make sure everything's functioning properly. If they got any questions or anything, they can get us a call. We did have one individual that contacted us. They purchased some smoke alarms and CO detectors and asked if we'd come and install them. So Blake and myself went over and we did that last week for an individual. So if anybody's got any questions or concerns, they can get a hold of us and let us know. We are going to try to get out in the public more to just get a presence out there. There was a group of us that went out and rang the bell last Friday night out to Walmart. We've done that in previous years as well, but different stuff there. So just try to, if anybody's got any ideas what they'd like to see us do, let us know. And I also want to remind everybody that we are having a retirement party for Doug and Daryl. They both had over 40 years on the fire department. That's going to be Friday from 3 to 7. So anybody that's available, stop on out.
And
Is Friday coming up already?
It's a couple days.
Where's that at?
It's at River's Edge.
I knew that.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for reminding me, though. So, yep, so the old Fairway Building, so yep, it's open to the public. So if anybody wants to come and congratulate them and stuff, stop by.
very good.
All I've got. Anybody got any questions or that they want to ask me about? Okay, thank
Good
you.
first job.
Dick.
Thank you. Dustin?
Make it short and sweet. The only thing I'd bring up is Jingle on Main was a big success like it has been the last couple of years. Quite a few people were there. I believe the fire department actually had to run and get more stuff for s'mores like 3 times because they ran out. So also the hot chocolate was gone very quickly. I mean, we had a lot more people down this year than we have in the years past. It also was a very nice season, a nice day too. But there was quite a few people out. I was out. My kids were out. My wife was out. We had a great time. So, and looking forward to next year.
With more people, probably.
Probably, depending on the weather, probably.
Yeah, it was a nice day. Denny, would you like to start for council people? Anything you'd like to say?
Don't have a thing.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Mike?
Just a reminder, council meeting number 2 for December is on the 26th and not on the 24th.
Very good. Anything else? That it?
That's it.
Okay. Bob?
We did meet, the Public Safety Department did, and probably the biggest thing that we recommended was we had another discussion as far as the first responders and the ambulance service and what the combination was. We did ask that the first responders put together a budget request so that we can discuss that during the budget process for next year to determine if the city can be involved in a first responder program, because we just constantly have pointing back and forth between area ambulance and first responders, and they're both good organizations, but I think it's up to the city to make some decisions on where they want to go with it. So that's what we talked about at our public safety meeting.
What did we spend this year, do we know?
No, I don't have that number right off the top of my head. Not a great deal, but part of the issue, I think, is, that was brought up, is a lot of the discussion was centered on finances. And if we take the finance discussion out of it and just focus on the service to the community, what does that look like? That will have a higher cost to the city. And I think that's that budget proposal discussion is, what are we looking at there? So you can make an informed decision.
Why would it be higher?
Well, to this point, there's been a conversation about if area ambulance requests the city, the first responders to be there, there's a compensation that they provide. And really, the focus of the conversation was, it's not a big number either way, let's take that off the table. What is it going to cost if we have our folks there? We do have a full-time person on staff. I believe all of our full-time drivers are EMTs, but, excuse me, if we were to send 2, we'd have a pay-per-call fireman come in to assist, and again, there are some numbers, there are some costs associated with that.
And the other problem we're having is because of us being reimbursed by area ambulance is being very judicious on calling our first responder EMTs out. They basically got called out, was it 6 times in the last 2 or 3 months?
6 months.
6 months. That really does not give our EMT first responders enough practice time, enough time getting out there to keep their skills to a level necessary. So the city really needs to make some decisions on this, because area ambulance is not going to pay us what it's going to cost to run a first responder program. I think it's a good program, but the city needs to make some decisions.
But why would we want to send them out if they aren't needed?
Well, that's what we can get in discussion with budget time. That's going to take a while to talk this whole thing through.
Anything else?
No?
Carl?
I have nothing.
Mike?
Nothing.
Deb?
The only thing I have is if people got any hours in the public, if they're still listening with us being off, is to go ring bells, because there's a lot of down hours, and they're not going to meet their money because of the down hours. I think they're getting pretty good when we're out there ringing, but when you got that many down hours, you're not. So just encourage you to help, because it's a good thing for Buchanan County.
You have a number or something where they can call, or?
I do. It's 319-327-2072. It's Julie Johnson.
Okay.
But an easy way to do it too is just to go, I've been ringing at Fairway, so I'm not sure about Walmart, but there's a board out there, and they'll tell you the hours they need ringers. And so you can just kind of go by that. If you kind of personally don't want to sign up, and if you go out there and you want to ring and there's nobody there, you just go to the back office and get the bucket and go out and ring. When you're done, if nobody relieves you, you take the bucket back. That's the same with the Walmart too, at the service desk.
Okay,
I just don't know if they got the board out at Walmart. I'm not sure about that.
very good.
People are really nice when you ring them too. I've never had anybody get upset with me.
So,
Anything else?
nope, that's it.
Gina?
Just let everybody know, Al and Amy and I all went to a pretty good HR training on Friday, so we were out of the office all day, but we had some really good topics and discussion regarding some HR matters.
Where's that at?
Nevada.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I seen that.
Al?
I know Christian is here, but tomorrow afternoon is the Chamber Open House. I'd encourage everybody to attend. Hours are 4:30 to 6 at the Chamber office. And again, we do have a modified agenda for or meeting time for the second meeting. And if we don't see you before then, Merry Christmas.
Okay. I wanted to thank everybody that was, the council members and everybody that was involved, the engineers and all the ambassadors that came out. Last Friday, we did a picture, ribbon cutting for our 150 trail project, which I thought went very well. I was really pleased with the ambassadors because normally they do their ribbon cutting on the Wednesday after their meeting, and this was something totally out of that, but there were several of them that showed up, and I want to make sure they all understand how much I appreciated that extra effort of doing that, and also the council and everybody that did. Also, I did visit the Independence Light and Power today because they did their remodeling and stuff. It looks awesome. It's much more client-friendly. It's more open. They will be doing a ribbon cutting, I believe, in January with ambassadors. Not sure what date that is, 16th? And-
It hasn't been confirmed yet,
Okay,
but we are looking at January.
okay. So there will be, and they want to have as many council members that'll come to that ribbon cutting, that opening, but I'm sure you can go out there anytime and they can show you what they did. They did some changing in the front part of the building and everything, but it looks very nice. It's got to be a much more open and friendly area for the girls that are working there to work into. So the other thing, I believe, did you put those evaluations? You all should have had the city manager's performance evaluation forms on your desk. I was hoping we wanted to get it out, especially Deb, so that you can maybe do it before you leave for Texas or whatever. But you will need to have it back to me by the first meeting in January. And then I will form a committee that will go through all of them and tally them and that type of thing. And then probably part of the second meeting in January is when we'll review them or comment on them. Be up to Al whether we do it in open or closed session. So,
Who does that with you, Bonnie?
I'm sorry?
Who does that with you?
I usually pick 2 or 3 council members that will do the tallying. So Bob has done it, I think, most of the years, so you probably have this set up in your computer at home.
So someone else should do it, maybe.
Yeah.
That's all right. Good.
So we have some time to decide who's going to actually do that part of it, but you do need, each of you need to have it in to me by the first meeting in January, or either bring it to that meeting, so.
What we usually do is I do the typing, and we have 2 other council members
Right.
that do the number tabulation. So I make it clear, I'm not the only one involved.
No, there's always been 2 or 3 people on it, so,
Probably 3 is the most you can have, isn't it?
yeah. Makes it easiest, is to have 3 people for it, so. Other than that, I don't have anything else, so I would ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Shar, second by Hannah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. We are done for the night. Thank you all.